first real video with New Meadows. Just gonna kind of be showing you guys how I mow a lawn, how my guys mow a lawn, which are going up there and doing another one. But this is one of the bigger yards for today. As you can tell, we're using our bagger. It'll turn out real nice by the end. I'll give you guys an after result when I go to trim it all up, make it look real nice and good. This yard, we figured out it's easier to do half your headland out in the front and come around do the backyard, then go back out in the front and do the rest. Right here, use it. Okay. That works. That's the entire backyard done. That took me 10-15 minutes. Now we're gonna move on to the front. I'm gonna cut the same diagonals so it matches. That's a little OCD of mine. I like having it where it all matches. But I'm gonna finish my headland. I'm gonna cut one up the middle over by the trailer, and then cut the rest of the way that way, and cut the rest of the way this way, and then it's on to trimming. Hey Meta, start recording. Okay, so in the last clip you heard it start beeping. That means it's full. Usually we have a dump truck to dump into, but that broke down 3 weeks ago, something with the brakes. So we've been using the normal pickup truck. But this is the time that I do really miss that truck, because I have to shovel this all off at the end of the day, and I don't got a pitchfork either, and it's all clumped up in here because it gets left in the bagger overnight. big pitchfork, that ain't gonna help. I'm gonna pull this forward and then scrape it all out with the rake. Just so that I have a little bit more room to hit it with the end of the rake and everything. Rake it all up and dump it back out. Better. I mean, it's gonna get more throughout the day. I'll get more of it out throughout the day too. Then you gotta rake it all out for me. Gotta put this thing back on here. I would like to have my dump truck back because it's easier to dump because then you have somewhere to dump it out, and at the end of the day, it's not in your way throughout the entire day. And at the end of the day, it's easy. You unhook the trailer, go dump the truck, and then back to work. With this, you gotta unload all the mowers, take it out to where we dump, then shovel it all off. It gets very, very annoying after a minute. But you eventually just get used to it. That's what's been happening lately. I've just been getting used to it. So the front yard's all done. I'm gonna grab the weed whacker and start trimming, but it's a good weed whacker. It's a KM131. It's the combo system. We have a 111R, but the guys have it. They like that one a lot. But we have a little Husqvarna we always keep on the truck tail. Our newer guy that works for us, they like that better. We're trying to go all steel. This one starts full first pull every time. That's why I like it. A little powerful for what it is, but it is a little powerful. But like, as long as you're careful, you won't tear much up. Most of the time around these trees, you can get away with just trimming them a little, because you can get up real close to them because of the rock. But like this one, you don't really need to, but I'm doing all my walking around first, and around the yard, and then I'll go around the house, do the backyard, do the but like now I'll go back over here, trim around that light, walk up like that, then I'll go in the backyard, trim all the way around, trim the little area behind that fence right there. I gotta weed whack a little area. But like you can tell, this is all moss. A little bit of grass grows up. And like the car, you gotta do a a little trimming around. Like this little area, I'm about to trim it and get the mower up in here. But I'm gonna edge up along all the walkways that have grass up along them. So like, it makes the walkway look a little better when you do all the edging. Then there's a couple of these little weeds that are starting to grow. See that? Get up around all this tree and everything. And along here, you don't really need to. And that's like, there is some little tall areas, but usually grass don't really grow up in there, so I wouldn't do it, personally. My guys don't do it. Like, there's little spots like this that pop up, so I'll hit it. But there's no point of, back to what I was saying though, there's no point of doing that because there's more wear and tear on all your stuff. Get over on this tree. Get up around this tree now. Don't really need to, but I did that anyways. I'm gonna pull up a little section of this, so then I can get in here, trim this. It's easier for me, I think, than trying to get that mower in here and turn it around. Even though I've done it a couple times, it's just not as easy. That's one situations where taking the guard off the trimmer does really help. And if you have the longer string, you can trim it all up a little faster than normal. And I'm gonna finish up this back little stretch, go over on the other side of the fence, do that little bit of treat, and then I'm done now. I'm gonna blow it all off, and then I'll go get my guys, or I'll stay in and wait for them. And look, hey, entire backyard trimmed up in, I think, like 5 minutes. I'm not really sure the exact time, but I know my metas are set to record for 5 minutes. So, oh, look, one of the guys are back. But walk over there, finish that up, and then on to the next. But tell me, do you guys like this type of content where it's the POV stuff, where I'm talking to you, trying to explain what I'm doing, or talking about just random stuff? But I've noticed, second yard of the day, the bi-weekly we always do. I always gotta cut it taller because it grows a little bit faster than the rest. Just get cut at 2 3/4. And that's how you cut a yard in, well, under 10 minutes with 16. Fun fact about that, the guys would forget to throttle down the mower whenever they turned it off, so I had to write it on all the mowers. Okay. Next lawn after the last one where I was recording at, but I'm gonna get this edged up. I'm gonna kind of explain to you guys how we do all our edging and stuff. People have different ways of how they do it. I like trimming on the grass end, like that. That's how I prefer to do my edging. And then walk backwards up the driveway. And I know these edges are cut back way too far. I don't know. I don't know how they got pushed back so far. It was before I was. I think it was from another guy we had working for us that's doing all the re-wax, and he just kept pushing the edges back really, really far. But I don't like that. The driveway I understand because this top coat it, but then they seal coat it every year. So they usually do push the edges back far for the seal coat. And that's how I edge the driveways.